Let's get nuts. Oh, it's hump day. What's happening, everybody? How we doing today? Guys doing good? Hopefully you're doing good. Everything's crazy. Everything doesn't make sense. We live in a simulation, like I always say. What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Film Junkee Live on your Wednesday, July 17th. It's hot. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Hopefully you guys are doing good. We got some things to talk about. We got some DCU things, some interesting things from the Peacemaker Set. Some people were noticing, like, what's going on right there? And then James Gunn also answering some questions about things on social media. We got the Russos. What? Coming back for Avengers? Secret Wars? Probably. And then, of course, Twisters comes out this weekend. And we had the Acolyte finale. How we doing out there, guys? Let's see who's out there. What's going on, Ryan? I have one question. Do you want to taste it? Huh? Trying to figure out exactly what that means. What's going on, Buster Barnes? Dave, interested to find out how they explain the universe change in the show. Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to, right? Eric, if Peacemaker is going to change timelines, the show better acknowledge it. Yeah, I think we're going to get some kind of acknowledgement. That's for damn sure. Let's see, we got Versus Seed. The intrigue about the mural reminds me of the mural of Keaton, Batman, and Robin in Batgirl set photos. I didn't even think about that. Good point, good point, good point. And then we got Mama Film Junkie right here. Good to see you, Mom. Hopefully you're feeling better. And you got a little bit of a cough. What's going on, Mr. Fear Jason? Always great to see you, bud. All right, who else we got here? Eric Patterson. What's happening? Let's see what else we got. We got Zach P right here. Bro, what's up? What's happening? What's going on? All right, we got Music Man. What's going on with you, man? Let's see. We got Rowdy Richter. Yes, made it live. Hope all is well. You know, hope all is well for everybody. We got Thwip Media right here. What's going on, Thwip? I guess even Feige realized they had to turn back to the Russos to bring the audience back, and at least it seems like they're in a positive direction now. Let's hope. Rebel Moon trailer. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. I don't know. Maybe really soon. I don't know. Like, I don't have any knowledge on that. I know Zach said very soon, so... I guess we'll see. Maybe this weekend? Maybe Friday? I don't know. We'll see what happens. Cortez, do you really want to... What are we... Okay, what is this? I'm like totally blanking. Do you really want to taste it? What is that from? Somebody freaking tell me. What? It's music from the Peacemaker show. See, that's the thing. That's how I don't even remember. See, I don't even remember that. See, that's the thing. That's why I'm like, why do we need another Peacemaker season? I didn't even remember that part of it. That's right. Jesus Christ. What's going on, Jose? Just left work, and I'm off the next 3 days to celebrate. Hey, happy birthday. Well, when is your birthday? It's on Saturday. All right, I'll wish you officially a happy birthday in the Vodka stream on Friday. But it is Wine Wednesday, so I am sipping on a little bit of Cabernet, so... I know. I've been on a Pinot Grigio kick because it's warm. You know, it's hot out. And, you know, that's a cold wine. But I was like, you know what? Let's go back to the red. W Games, scale 1 to 10. What would you give The Flash? I would say a 7. Probably a 7. Aaron, what's happening? Just glad you made it. All right. Glad you made it too. Good to see you, Aaron. And then, of course, if you guys want to be part of the members-only stream, that comes right after this. Become a member. Support the channel. Yeah, I know. I'm like totally blanking on that. Totally blanking on it. Looks like Peacemaker logo is flipped. See? Someone's paying attention. Someone is paying attention. So, happy early birthday, because Peacemaker's good that way. I know. I just totally was like, yeah. Totally forgot. I was like, that's something. That means something. And there it was right here. Peacemaker rocks. Good show. I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it. I just didn't think there needed to be a season 2, but there is some interesting things that are happening on the set that we will definitely talk about. Again, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. do all that, bookmark, whatever the heck, comment, everything like that. Hopefully you guys are having a good Wednesday. I'm having a pretty decent Wednesday. It's just, work's kind of crazy. It's warm. Everything's weird. Biden has COVID now. So we live in a simulation, man. All of a sudden it's like, geez, it's all crazy. It's all crazy. I mean, we got one that almost got a bullet. Now we got another one that's got a virus. It's like, geez, what is happening right now? What is happening out there? But whatever. We must continue on and talk about nerdy stuff. Both presidents, I know. Both are like targeted. One biologically, one physically. I don't know how we want to say that, man. Again, we just live. It's just everything just feels so freaking weird right now. It doesn't even make sense to me. But hey. Well, I mean, this is going to be in the vein of that because I did want to mention this when we get to the tweets. Let's get to the tweets. And this was something that happened where I was kind of like, wow, really? All right. Jack Black cancels Tenacious D tour after being blindsided by partner Kyle Gass Trump comment. What? Cancels? Jesus. So basically what happened, if you don't know what happened, is at a concert, it was Kyle Gass's birthday, and they asked, like, what was your wish? And I forgot, I'm totally paraphrasing. I don't even know. I don't even remember exactly what happened, but essentially saying that he wished the bullet didn't miss Trump. And, of course, that went viral on the internet. People started losing their minds, and then all of a sudden it was just like, all right, cancel, and a lot of things happened when it came to that. I mean, at first I was like, oh, okay, well, people are not going to like that. My opinion, it was like, hey, he made a joke, might be in poor taste, might be a little too soon, but I didn't think anything of it. But then all of a sudden they cancel the rest of the tour? That was liable to cancel the rest of the tour? I was like, whoa, wait a minute here. Oh, we're doing that thing where we're shifting. The pendulum is shifting now, right? It was like, wait a minute. Jokes all of a sudden are not good on this side? What? Is this what's been growing? What's going on? But then, there's all these kind of logistics about the concert venue, Australia. There's all kinds of things that were happening when it came to that. But I just felt bad for the Tenacious D fans who bought tickets and made sure they made the proper arrangements to go see the concert. Now they're not going to be able to see the concert because of a dumb joke. It's just like, wow, where are we at right now? Again, everything's a simulation right now. Everything's a simulation. But yeah, we're just in an interesting time right now. We're in an interesting time. Now it's like, whoa, okay. When can we okay. I don't know. Jokes and then more stuff like that. I don't know. It's all crazy. It's all pretty crazy, but there you go. That's what happened. And I'm sure you guys, when I was doing Mondays Film Junkee Live, the Home Run Derby was happening. Little did I see the Home Run Derby, the part of the Home Run Derby where it was the national anthem, one of the national anthem, and Ingrid Andress. I don't even know who she is. Did you guys see like the horrible national anthem she sang? It was really bad. Not like Roseanne Barr bad, but it was pretty bad. I'm not going to play any of it because MLB will probably copyright strike, but I'm sure you guys saw that, and it was pretty damn bad. And then all of a sudden the next day she goes, oh, guys, I was drunk, and I realized the error of my ways. I'm going to go to rehab. I hear it's fun. See you guys in a bit. That seemed a little weird. Anybody else seem that was a little weird to you? Anybody who caught that story? I don't know. It was very odd. I mean, it was awful. It was an awful singing of the national anthem. And yeah, I could totally tell. Yeah, she probably was pretty drunk. But it's like, well, what, was she that nervous? And then her people just try to not prevent that? I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. But it almost seems like it was a little damage control. Yeah, guys, I effed up. I'm going to go to rehab now. And I'll see you guys in a bit. I don't know. It seemed a little odd to me, but that's just me. All right, Comic-Con is coming up next week, which we're all pretty excited for. But one of the questions that we all have is Matt Reeves going to be talking about anything when it comes to the Batman part? He's going to be talking about Penguin. He's going to be talking about the Caped Crusader. And when it comes to the DC schedule, well, we have this right here. San Diego Comic-Con schedule, Absolute Power Thursday, Jim Lee and Friends, Harley Quinn and Kite Man, hell yeah. My Adventures with Superman on Saturday, Superman and Lois, Hall H, what's happening in the DC Multiverse, that'll be interesting, Gotham City, Batman Caped Crusader, and then we have the Penguin, 4:45 p.m. to 5:45 p.m. in Hall H. Hall H. And then, of course, we have DC Book Club on Sunday. Nobody cares about Sunday. When it comes to Sunday, it's like, it's whatever. Okay, so the Penguin. The Penguin with Matt Reeves is going to be in Hall H. I mean, what? There's got to be some mention of the Batman Part 2, right? There's got to be something. Something's going to be talked about. If there's going to be any kind of Q&A or something like that, it's got to be the host of it. Something. Just when I saw, like, oh, it is going to be in Hall H. It's there. So why not? Marvel Studios is going to have a lot. They have Fantastic Four. They have their future slate. There's going to be a lot there. Not much with DC. So why not just during this Penguin during the Penguin panel, why not tease something for the Batman Part 2? I don't know. Bring out Robert Pattinson. Bring out Zoe Kravitz. I don't know. Bring out somebody who's going to be playing Clayface. I don't know. Something. Because that would be the talk. That would be a big talking point from Comic-Con. And that would be a win for DC. They don't listen to me. It won't happen. But still cool. Still looking forward to it. Very much so. Let's see here. What else we got? Okay, so we got the Meg 2.0. That's already begun filming. And then we got this. We got this right here. And congratulations to Chris Stuckmann. I've always looked up to Chris Stuckmann and his new movie that's titled Shelby Oaks that he's been making, that he's been working on forever. He got distribution finally for it. And that distribution is from Neon, who just had a big movie, the biggest movie they ever had, biggest opening when it came to long legs. So yes, Chris Stuckmann's movie will be distributed by, they acquired the rights. So big, huge for Chris Stuckmann. And I'm very much looking forward to his movie to see what it's all about. And it sounds pretty awesome. The film follows a woman who searches for her sister, who became a paranormal investigator on YouTube after realizing the imaginary demon from their childhood may be real. So good, yeah, totally. That deserves this right there. Yes. Cheers to Stuckmann. Really looking forward to that, man. I mean, the guy, he turned his passion for movies. Now he's making them. Reviewing movies to making them. He's still reviewing movies, too, which is great. Oh, I might have to raise my glass up again because, they revealed, Part 3 of the Infinite Crisis DCAU movie. That's coming out, and that will be officially the last time we hear, not the last time, obviously there's so much that you could just go back and listen to, but when it comes to new dialogue of Kevin Conroy as Batman, and somebody, DC Films, they put this together right here a little bit.
Perfect, my love. Let's go home.
Let's go home. Of course, showing that the first time it aired.
Our new cat burglar's a woman.
There you go. There's that line right there. And then, of course, you have the new Crisis.
About justice. And if it has to end, at least I go out like this.
Being Batman. So freaking crazy. So, yes. May Kevin Conroy rest in peace, of course. But, yeah, it's kind of crazy. We're going to hear the last time he voiced Batman. So, sucks. Sucks, but he did. He did well, and he will forever. Anytime I read a Batman comic book, forever be the voice that I hear in my head. You guys want to see something creepy? Look at this right here. Somebody made this with AI. Okay, we've already seen like photoshops of something like this, but then somebody decided, hey, let's put some movement in it, showing celebrities with their present day self and their young self. Look at that. Even Michael Jackson has 3 versions. What the hell? Creepy. Very creepy. But I mean, my God, what the hell? Look at that. Even Eminem is a kid? Johnny Depp? What is going on there? Dwayne Johnson? We got Daniel Radcliffe, Keanu Reeves. Yikes. And then we got the, the young and old Han Solo. Stallone. Whoa. DiCaprio. Brad Pitt. Anytime they turn their faces, that's when it starts looking a little wonky, but it looks a little freaking like, oh, now you're possessed by a demon. Now you're possessed by a demon. Yeah, that's right. Soon it's going to be pretty flawless, guys. Soon it's going to be pretty flawless. Cobra Kai is also coming out, this weekend, right? Yeah, so tomorrow we got Cobra Kai, so we finally wrap up the Acolyte, and then we got Cobra Kai that we could all talk about right here. But we also got to talk about this. We also got to talk about how Tom Cruise, at 60 years old, is so goddamn insane. It's like, what is he going to do for Mission Impossible 8 after jumping and parachuting down that canyon in Mission Impossible 7? What is he going to do next? What exactly is he going to do next? Well, there's going to be a plane involved, and he's going to be hanging from it as it flips over. What the hell? Ah! What is going on here? Look at that. Look at that. That's insane. So obviously he's like hooked up and everything like that, but look at that. He's like holding onto the plane. You got camera rigs all over it and he's just hanging from it. Oh my God. So that's what he's doing right now. That's what he's doing in Mission Impossible 8. Dude's insane. And I love it. I love it. Keep on doing it. I wonder how long he's going to be able to keep on doing this kind of stuff, but geez. That is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. I love it. I forgot to change my background. Hold on. Forgot to change the background. I realized I was like, wow, this is not the right background right here. So give me a minute here. Where's it at? Oh, you're going to do that to me, aren't you? Come on. Well, I got to change the background. If I could find it. Yeah. Hold on. Where's it at? Where is my... I swear. I hate it when my computer does this. Where it's like, can't you just show me the most recent? Where are you at? There it is. Okay, we're good. Now we're good. All right. Anyways. And you guys see this right here too? We got this, we got some... This is like some concepts when it comes to Paolo Kagampan, if that's how I say it. But, you know, we got what's it called? Geez. There's like the new DC Comics that's coming out that's showing like these versions of the characters. But these are like concepts for these versions of the characters. And you know what? I actually really like this shot right here. I mean, it's kind of cool because they got they got the Superman, well, what James Gunn is using for the logo. And you got these two, like, bodysuits right here that are just, like, and they're both, like, big and brooding. And look at Batman right there. Looks very Batfleck-like. I mean, man, that looks pretty cool. And then you got this other concept right there of Batman. And then this concept right there, too. So those concepts are pretty cool. Do you remember what is that called? Absolute DC. There you go. I was like, it starts with an A, right? Is it awesome? I was like, is it awesome? Because it looks pretty awesome. But I thought that was pretty freaking cool right there. All right. Well, another thing, too, that's going to be coming out, because we got that, and we got also, well, I'll talk about that a little bit. Well, let's talk about it right now, because when it comes to comic books, going more into it, we also got this October Mark Waid and Chris Samney right here with Matt Lopez on colors. We'll be bringing you Batman and Robin Year One. So we're going to be getting a Batman and Robin Year One, and they already have some stuff that's out there. There's already some drawings and whatnot that are happening when it comes to that. And then I think, let me go, let's see, scroll. And then we got Scott Snyder. There you go, right here. Scott Snyder posted this October as well. DCU goes all in, a big initiative we've tried in years. Every book will be jumping on point. Continuing series, new series, everything. So we also got Batman all in. So apparently, like, when it comes to this, you got like this dark side universe, and that's why we're going to be seeing some of these different, like, well, we got this Trinity right here that's going to be looking like that. And then, of course, we got the normal Justice League that's going on over here, but we got this, yeah, so we got this like mixture right here, which I don't know, that looks pretty cool. I'm all in. Right? Okay. Now, all right. So we had a new Deadpool teaser come out, or trailer, or TV spot. I don't know. Just seems like every other day they release like a new Deadpool and Wolverine trailer or TV spot, like a 30-second thing. And we had a new one that came out, which had a funny little ending. And I'm trying to kind of ignore some of it. I haven't watched them all, but I watched the recent one. And obviously we have almost a better look. We almost had a reveal of Lady Deadpool. A reveal Lady Deadpool. And there she is right there. So pretty close. They almost get there. And of course, everybody's just kind of going, all right, it's either Taylor Swift or it's Blake Lively. Now, I was like looking at it. I'm going, they want you to believe that maybe. And then I even thought like, well, what if, guys? What if it's Anya Taylor-Joy? What if she makes another cameo in a big movie like she did in Dune? What if that's Anya? Probably not. I was just kind of thinking that last night. I don't know. I was like about to go to bed, so I was just kind of looking at it. I was looking around. I'm like, everybody thinks it's either Blake Lively or Taylor Swift. What if they go, no, it's actually Anya Taylor-Joy? I'm probably wrong. And then, of course, there are people that think like, oh, it's just going to have a female body, probably Blake Lively's body with Ryan Reynolds' face on it. There's also that, too. I get that, but I'm just kind of going like, what if? But then I'm just kind of going, maybe not. I don't know. I just thought, wouldn't that be kind of cool if it was just like, it was not that. Or maybe it's Charlize Theron. What if that happened? And then I'm thinking of all the other blondes that could be out there, but then it doesn't necessarily have to be a blonde. Could be anybody. But I actually don't want it to be Blake Lively or Taylor Swift. I actually don't want it to be that. I want it to be a surprise. Hell, it could be Helen fucking Mirren. Wouldn't that be funny? Maybe that's going to be the case. We'll see. But I don't know why. I was like, who else, like just the way she was like walking right there and the way she was standing, I'm like, maybe. And I was like, I started looking at pictures of Anya Taylor-Joy, and after about an hour and a half of looking at pictures of her, I decided, I was like, yeah, maybe it's her. You know, I was looking at her body, looking at her hips, looking at, just thoroughly investigating this, guys. That's what I was doing. I was like, last night I took it upon myself to very much investigate her body and the way she walks and everything like that. It took a little bit, but hey, I came to the conclusion that, you never know. Could be her. So I took it upon myself, guys. I took it upon myself for you. That's what I did, okay? Anyways. Oh. Speaking of Deadpool, we're going to stick with Deadpool right here. We're definitely going to be sticking with Deadpool. And have you ever wanted to have an Xbox controller that had some butt cheeks on it? I have. Haven't you? Well, when it comes to the new Deadpool and Wolverine Xbox controller, you can have that very thing. That's right. How adorable is that? A Deadpool Xbox controller that's done some squats. Spank that thing. I mean, my God. If you have a friend, especially if he's single, and he has that controller, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. I'm just saying. God knows what could happen when it comes to that. Holy Lord. But, yeah, that controller has done some squats, man. The marketing for Deadpool has been pretty good. Pretty good. I know they have, like, Jack in the Box, like, commercials and whatnot, too. It's pretty sweet. And then we also got the soundtrack for Deadpool and Wolverine right here. So we got some Avril Lavigne. I love that the Goo Goo Dolls Iris is in there. We got Bye 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 from NSYNC. Good Riddance from Green Day. Aretha Franklin, You're All I Need to Get By. Make Me Lose Control. I'll Be Seeing You. I'm a Ramblin' Man. So there's the soundtrack right there. Van Jams. Good little soundtrack right there for Deadpool and Wolverine. And then speaking of Lady Deadpool, we got Aaron Bailey right here who was like, hey, I got it. Let me do this. And of course, he's awesome when it comes to doing Photoshop. So he put Blake Lively's head right on there, and it fits. It fits. It's a perfect fit. So there's that. I just want it to be some... that's too obvious. It's too obvious. Why? Oh, Dune Prophecy. There's going to be a new teaser for Dune Prophecy tomorrow, so looking forward to that. And yes, guys, we have a new popcorn bucket has entered the game. Popcorn buckets are now a thing, and everybody's trying to come up with their new innovative popcorn bucket. So then when you go to the movies, you can have something cool. And when it comes to the Dune one, really didn't want it. When it comes to the Deadpool and Wolverine ones, yeah, maybe, if I could try to find it. Alien Romulus. Well, look at this shit. Yeah, I'll take that. I will take that. It's freaky as all hell, but man, you say I can eat popcorn out of a xenomorph head? Sign me up. Like that. So there you go. Another popcorn bucket out there. That's for Cinemark. That's for Cinemark, so you can only get it at Cinemark, but pretty crazy. Pretty crazy popcorn bucket right there. They were just going for, hey, why not just make that? So I really want that. I have the Ghostbusters Frozen Empire popcorn bucket with a little mini Stay Puft holding a bucket, and it's adorable. That's not adorable, but that's freaking cool. And then check out this, there's a lot of Deadpool and Wolverine. I mean, obviously it's coming out next week, so check out this billboard right here, okay? The future when it comes to billboards. This is awesome. What? Screens that just come out of nowhere? What? Right in between that. That is so cool. I'm not even sure where this is at. London, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, it just unfolds a bunch of different screens and then starts playing the trailer. Amazing. We are certainly in the future now, folks. Certainly. And then going back to Alien, I forgot that there is actually going to be an Alien series from Noah Hawley. Forgot that was actually in production, and it's wrapped production, and it's actually going to be called Alien: Earth. So that means we're finally going to get some aliens on Earth, some xenomorphs on Earth. Remember, the only time they really teased that was in Alien Resurrection. So yeah. Said we just wrapped production, so now I'm into the long post that gets into visual effects. So there you go. Just to wrap that up. Man. I totally forgot. I was like, oh yeah, we're getting a series as well. Totally forgot about that. Totally forgot about that. Anyways, all right. So cool. That's disturbing. Absolute alien. You better believe it, Eric. Better believe it. Kind of cool if Amy Smart was Lady Deadpool. Yeah, ooh, from like Just Friends. Hey, I like that Versus Seed. See, I like your out of the box thinking right there. See, out of the box thinking. I just think, I don't know. I just think it's gonna be too obvious. I'm hoping that Ryan and crew and everybody is just kind of going like, hey, let's think out of the box here. People are gonna think it's, yeah, my wife would be like the easiest thing. Some even thinking it's gonna be what's her name who plays Vanessa in the previous 2 Deadpool movies, and she just has blonde hair. But I don't know. Does the alien popcorn bucket come with acid butter? Possibly. I don't know if you want to, just be careful, It would be kind of interesting if they like went pretty elaborate with it and they had like the other mouth come out and the popcorn just shot into your mouth. All right, that might be a little too much. I don't know. I could have sworn we had Aliens on Earth with Aliens versus Predator. Oh yeah, we did, huh? I forgot about the Alien versus Predator ones. Ugh. Yeah, but I try to forget those. Yeah, I forgot about that. You're right, Antonio. Alien versus Predator. Both of them sucked. Both of them definitely sucked. So. Blake is better because her and Ryan's banter will be great. Again, I just think it's too obvious. I think it's just a little too obvious. But hey, what can you do? That's just me. Just want some out-of-the-box thinking, Out of the box. Let's get out of the box here, huh? Can we get out of the box? All right, guys, let's talk about the main topic when it comes to the DCU. And, of course, we're all kind of going like, all right, we got Peacemaker Season 2 filming right now, just like Superman's filming right now. And not much was happening on the Superman set, but we'll absolutely get to that. But there was something interesting that was spotted on the Peacemaker Season 2 set that shows a mural that everybody was kind of going like, how? Is this how they're going to address the whole Peacemaker and now this new DC universe? And it's this right here. Now we know that his father died, who played the White Dragon in Season 1. And then you look at Peacemaker and things are a little altered, like his emblem. His emblem is reversed. The bird is now facing the other way. So it's not quite the same. And who's this other guy right here? Is that the brother? In this universe, did the brother survive? So now it's a family affair? Huh? Are they heroes in this universe now? Are they the heroes that people want? Does he travel to some other universe where everything is just like different? I don't know. It's a crazy alternate weird universe or something. I don't know. Kind of interesting. Just seems pretty interesting that, you got the emblem's different. So it's not the same universe, but is it the DCU universe or is it just a thing that they're going to be doing in Season 2? I don't know. It would be a good way to try to address the fact that, hey, Peacemaker is now in this universe and he had to do something and had to fight the White Dragon again. I don't know. And then, of course, some people are even thinking, is that Vigilante right there and not his brother? I don't know. I kind of like the idea if he's traveling to a different universe that his brother actually lived in this universe. And then it was just like a whole like little family affair thing. And maybe there's something that has to do with that. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. But yeah, there's that White Dragon head. And Robert Patrick coming back. Why not? Why not? I'm convinced the dude on the right is Peacemaker's brother who's alive in this universe. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Disagree with you, Dave. Perfect casting is perfect casting. Oh, can't complain. I can't complain. Okay. What's going on, Droga? What's in the box? Yeah, there's a lot of questions right there. Love Peacemaker's new costume. That's his brother, Peacemaker. Okay. It's a DCU Gunn said this takes place after Superman, so it's interesting. So it is after. Yeah, he did say that. He does say that. Yeah. I'm drawing Cavill Superman with Man of Steel Superman together at the moment. That's cool. His brother and dad died, though. I know, but it could be an alternate universe. So it's an alternate universe. That's what's interesting. So if he travels to an alternate universe, but then it's like, okay, well, what is everybody in that group, like Harcourt and all the people that were in the first one that he worked with, do they also travel? Does Vigilante travel too? That's another question. So, I mean, but it's kind of cool because when everybody's been asking about like, hey, how are they going to address that Peacemaker is still in this universe when he was in the previous universe? That's what I'm kind of looking forward to. I'm like, okay. And then, of course, you're going to have Rick Flag, which we already have seen in Superman, Rick Flag Sr. We've already seen Frank Grillo on the set of Superman, and Frank Grillo even Instagrammed more about Peacemaker Season 2 because he's currently filming that right now as well. So we got multiple things happening when it comes to Peacemaker. And I think, like, yeah, I think this something's going to happen where he splits off into this current universe right here where his dad is still alive and his brother is still alive, and he's probably going to have to defeat them while also having to worry about Rick Flag Sr. coming after him in this universe. Cool. I dig it. It's Barry's fault. It's always Barry's fault. What are you talking about? Frickin' Barry. Now, when it comes to more DCU news, well, when it comes to Superman, at least, when it comes to them filming in Cleveland, they have wrapped filming in Cleveland. And James Gunn posted this right here. A little collage of things. Taking pictures in certain spots. Cleveland, today we are leaving you after 6 amazing weeks of shooting. From the moment we first came here on a scout a tad less than a year ago, and Terminal Tower, we lit up with the colors of Superman. I knew you were a special place. I would walk down your streets and someone would stop me and tell me how grateful they were we were shooting in their city. Not once, not twice, but dozens of times. The wonderful background actors on the film were always so fun and funny, and they clapped after takes, something that reminded us Hollywood cynics why we make movies in the first place. The pride you feel in being where Jerry and Joe first created Superman was invigorating. From the exemplify his spirit, but just as much as the pride you have in your community, your hometown, your radio stations and restaurants and gathering places that touched me. Every city, don't touch them. Every city would be so lucky to have people that loved their city as much as you. You simply couldn't have been more wonderful, kind, or accommodating to me or our performers and crew. Thank you 1,000 times over for being our friends and partners on this film. Much love to you all. That evil son of a bitch, James Gunn, thanking a whole city like that. What? Now, that's cool. I'm glad that he did that. I like that he put that out there and was like, hey, this was a good time. Thank you. Thank you kindly. So you got to love that. Good on James Gunn for doing that. And let's see here. When it comes to certain things. So, what do we got here? All right, we got some more things as well. Let's see. So we got James Gunn also answering a lot of things. I'm just going down. All right, because who do we have here? Wow, he answered a lot of things. And I'm just going to go down DCU updates, basically screenshot everything and put it out here. And let's kind of go through it right now. So thank you to DCU Updates. And first off, hi, James Gunn. Do you already have an actor in mind for Hal and John? I've discussed with Chris and Tom and Damon, and they have a lot of great ideas. So, Lanterns, they already have some ideas for things, for people, for John and Hal. Is all this filming just for Superman, or are there scenes filmed for other projects as well? Just Superman. Greg Mottola is shooting Peacemaker in Atlanta. Okay. And then, of course, we have just wondering, do you have any say in what happens in DC Comics? And is Scott Snyder's Absolute Universe something you have insight to? I am informed, but don't have a say, and I love Scott and his work. So no say. Some people, for some reason, think that James Gunn has a say on DC Comics. He does not. That's not his bag. It's all DC Studios. So after this, you won't be directing for a while. Sad face. No, I direct an episode. I direct an episode Peacemaker in a couple of weeks while editors put together the assembly. So while the assembly cut, I guess you could say, they're starting to do an assembly cut of Superman, James Gunn will be directing an episode of Peacemaker. Will Peacemaker release before or after Superman? After. It follows the events of Superman. So I'm kind of wondering, does something happen? Does something happen in Superman that causes some kind of multiverse event as well? There's always that. There's always that as well. That maybe causes something for Peacemaker. How long do you think the assembly cut will end up being? We've been editing pretty intensely the whole time we've been shooting, so it shouldn't be insanely long. How long do we think the assembly cut will be? Interesting. And then we have, is Creature Commandos set before or after Superman? I forgot. Before. All of these initial projects are happening in the order they're released. So, yeah, I think we already knew that. Creature Commandos coming first. How do you feel that Superman is almost done filming? Fulfilled and tired. So, yeah, dude needs a vacation after all this filming, but it sounds like he's not going to get one for a while. James, have you cast any actors for projects not greenlit yet? No. Okay, not greenlit yet. Booster Gold is greenlit, though, right? He still hasn't denied Kamel. James, is it true that you... let's see. James, is it true you're so into taller aspect ratios like 191... and 178-1 now because you keep hiring mammoth-sized actors and don't want their heads cut off by frames? Sure, David wouldn't fit in 235. Ooh, hopefully he can make... I mean, that's one of the things that when it comes to Zack Snyder's Justice League is the freaking actors look larger than life. James, have you cast any Oh, yeah, we already did that one. My bad. Okay. Then he says this one right here that he actually did a quote tweet or quote post or whatever the hell, a quote thread. Somebody asked, is Paradise Lost still in production? Nothing is in production unless it's been greenlit. Right now, that's Superman, Supergirl, Penguin, Peacemaker, Lanterns, and a handful of animated projects. Handful. But Paradise Lost, like many other titles, known and unknown, is still in very active development. It will be in production once we have a script or scripts we think are great and ready to shoot, never before. As an aside, we aren't officially cast on anything that isn't greenlit. Almost seems to me right there that he's going, guys, stop it with the Kumail stuff. But we're actually looking at him. We're considering him. He's on the short list. That's what I'm thinking. In my opinion, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, wait a minute. Is that his way of saying there hasn't been any casting yet for that, but he's on the short list? Maybe? I don't know. That's just me right there. That's just me. That's the way I looked at that. It's kind of funny that somebody asked about Paradise Lost. I'm like, that's not going to be, that's totally not going to be around. Yeah, it's not going to be a thing for a while, I think. So, yeah. Let's see, what else you have? All right, well, there's a couple other things. We got, do you have ideas for the next DCU film you're going to write? Uh-huh. But it's just a distant corner of my brain as I'm focused on what we're shooting. James, is Waller still in development or is it gearing up for production? It's been a while since we've heard anything on it. Wonderful and very active development. So there you go. And then, where's it at? This was seen right here in Cincinnati. Looks like they're prepping. They're prepping. And it looks like it's going to be Meanwhile at the Hall of Justice. God knows what they're going to be putting, if they're going to be doing anything for the, I don't know, the front of this building right here. But yes, it definitely, we already kind of talked about it a little bit before that, yeah, it looks like it's going to be like the Hall of Justice right here. So we'll see, but that's what people were spotting right there when it came to people taking pictures of all that. So, interesting. And let's see. And then somebody asked if Blakeheart? Oh, Stephen Blakeheart. So somebody asked if Stephen Blakeheart Plastic Man, and he said no. So if you're wondering if he was playing Plastic Man, not going to happen. Wait, is shooting in Cleveland a deep cut that only diehard fans will know because Superman's co-creator, Jerry Siegel, was from Cleveland? If so, absolutely brilliant. Cleveland was chosen for the wonderful architecture that worked well for Metropolis. That Superman was created there. That Superman was created there. It was gravy. Gravy. So there's a lot of things that he was answering about when it came to that. And then we really only got one set photo. One set photo that showed Eddie, Mr. Terrific, entering that Hall of Justice type of building. So we see him right there. So, sorry. Got a little bit of a going on. That's pretty much it, guys. So theories. Anybody? Yeah, I don't. Stephen Blackheart. I mean, somebody actually thought he looked like Plastic Man, which he does. If you look him up, I think I saw like people talking about that. So the set photos will start pouring out next week, I'm guessing. Yeah, there's gonna be more of that. All you got to do is look at the design of those terrible costumes. It's a joke, says Feevish Art. Okay. Well, it's not supposed to be taken seriously, I guess. Gunn's buddy, he's been in all the movies. So there you go. So yeah, I mean, there's a chance he could end up being in this movie, you know? But I get it. When James Gunn does it, it's bad. I always like the joke. Anyways, all right. So that's all the DCU stuff and everything like that. So now we're going to move over to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The Marvel Cinematic Universe. We ready? We're going to go to the... We're now going to be talking about the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Fuck me, right?
Anyways, okay, so... Whoa, where are we at? There's the article right here. Okay. So I think we all kind of saw this coming. I don't know if you guys... I think a lot of us kind of did. Especially with the fact that Marvel Studios has been kind of struggling right now. So it's like, all right, what are we going to do that works? What are we going to do when it comes to Kang Dynasty? Well, we're going to step away from Kang, and we're just going to kind of focus on Secret Wars. But who's going to be directing Secret Wars? Obviously, Sean Levy was on the top of the list. I remember at one point Sam Raimi was at top of the list too. There's been some suggestions when it comes to directors of the next Avengers movies, but when it comes to Sean Levy, he's actually going to be doing a Star Wars film, and apparently he turned down wanting to do an Avengers film, and now it's like, well, what are the Russos doing? They're just producing shit that's not really doing well, so let's bring them back. Here's the article right here. Marvel shocker. That's right. Shocker. Not really a shocker. Russo Brothers in talk to direct next 2 Avengers movies. Exclusivo. The Russo Brothers are in early talks to return to Marvel Studios to direct not just one, but the next 2 Avengers movies. Sources tell The Hollywood Reporter. The hiring ends a months-long high-stakes search by the studio for filmmakers to oversee the 5th and 6th Avengers movies. Multiple names were in contention, including Deadpool and Wolverine director Sean Levy, who was offered the gig. Sources say the talks are in the early stages. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, does anybody else feel like this is slightly, and I'm just saying slightly, guys, okay? Hence, emphasize on the word slightly is the fact that it's like, feels a little bit like Lucasfilm bringing back JJ to help like course correct or right the ship a little bit. It's like, hey, shit's not been, it's obviously it's on a different scale because those were just 3 movies that were supposed to be one story. This is a whole universe, and they've directed, what, 5 films? So, is it 5 films? 4 films. Winter Soldier. Yeah. Okay, so it's just, I had to think about that one for a bit. But I'm just saying, it feels a little bit like that. Not fully like that, but it feels a little like that because it just seems like they're kind of in shambles right now, so why not get these guys back? Why not get them back? And to be honest, I'm like, fine, cool, I'm okay with it. Let it happen. To be honest, I wish it was going to be somebody else. I wish it would be in the hands of someone else for sure. And I think even like the writer that was attached to it, and they're even thinking of, I think they're the writers that were in that wrote, like, that helped write Winter Soldier, Civil War, and helped the Russo brothers are in talks to come back as well to probably just like polish up the script and maybe do some other things. Not to mention the Russo brothers had pitched an idea before to do another Avengers movie, so maybe they'll take an account of doing that. And of course they're gonna like step away from all the Kang Dynasty stuff. And Kang, I mean, that was short-lived, which is kind of weird. It's like, just recast. Why not just recast? But who knows? But yeah, and then not to mention the Russo brothers. I mean, they're the last 2, the post movies, Cherry and Gray Man, that they directed. I didn't see Cherry, but I saw certain things about it with Tom Holland. That movie just, nobody cared about that movie. Gray Man, a little bit of a different story. It was enjoyable, but it's not a movie I was like rushing to watch again. But they did a lot of producing. They are like big time producers, but just seems like, okay, let's bring them back, I guess. But yeah, I definitely do wish that they actually got somebody else to do it, but they're just going to go with what works, I guess. All right, that's fine, but I don't know. To me, I was just kind of hoping for somebody different this time, a different kind of look to it. But I think, I don't know. To me, it just seems like Kevin Feige was like, "No, let's just go with what works, I guess." But we'll see. I don't believe you when you say you're not watching Deadpool. Oh, their movies have stunk. Yeah. I was kind of hoping for. I was like, yeah, Sean Levy. Yeah. Yeah, they produced Extraction 1 and 2. See, that's the thing. Is like, if you look at their IMDb, and that's the thing, because anytime that something would come out, it would say from the Russo brothers. So you automatically think they directed it, but no, they just produced. They produced a lot of things in the past. Ever since Endgame, they produced a lot of things. And I mean, that's what, 5 years? They produced a lot of things. And I would say Extraction has been like their most successful production. But yeah, when it came to, they've only directed 2 movies, which was Cherry and Gray Man and The Gray Man. And that's it. That's it. But they produce a lot of things, produce shows and movies. So yeah, they're back. They're definitely coming back. Why not? Just go with what works, right? Just hopefully it won't be like Rise of Skywalker. They'll be able to do an okay job. I just think the Russos peaked with Infinity War. Like, Endgame was okay finale, but Infinity War was like, oh, it was crazy. But I think that's where they peaked. In my opinion, that's where the Russo brothers peaked. And then Endgame was just like, oh, we got to wrap it up. Time travel. Let's do it like this. Okay. But Infinity War was just great. So. All right, who's going to see Twisters this weekend? Anybody? All right, I'm going to go see it tomorrow, so looking forward to it, even though I don't think it's going to be as good as the original, which I watched last weekend, and I still absolutely love that movie, but let's see what the critics have to say about Twisters. I remember when I saw the trailer, I was like, really? They're going to do this after this many years, almost 30 years, basically 30 years, 28 years later? And then, yes, guys, we're going to go to the Devil Fruit site, as we do. Currently at a 77% certified fresh. Look at that. Look at that. Summoning a storm of spectacle and carried along by the gale force winds of Glenn Powell's charisma, Twisters' forecast is splendid, with a high chance of thrills. Get the fuck... Who wrote that synopsis? Al Roker? My God. Somebody was tasked to take the critics' consensus and turn it into like, hey, how many weather puns can we put into this thing? Holy Lord. It's pretty funny. That's what you got to do, I guess, right? All right, let's see some of these reviews. Let's start off with a bad one. Here we go. Eric Anderson. There's something else missing from Twisters, a spark. While so much of the new film takes notes from the first, the friction and chemistry between Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton was a driving force and an underlying motivation. Okay, I can see that. Twisters can't quite recapture the magic of its predecessor, but setting aside the Herculean task of clearing that high bar, it is nonetheless an entertaining and heartfelt attempt. It sure does suck. All right, this right here, this review right here, I immediately thought of Wayne Campbell from Wayne's World. It most certainly does suck. That's the way I heard that in my head. Even a stupid blockbuster needs some kind of grounding in reality. Yeah, something tells me that this movie is not going to really be grounded in reality. Twisters is a phenomenal sequel that manages to be the perfect summer blockbuster. The film is an instant hit, offering the best theatrical experience of the year. There you go. Twisters offers exactly what is expected of a production of this caliber. Entertainment, craft, spectacle, and a pair of actors with chemistry, pal, and the eternally sad Daisy Edgar Jones. I thought there was going to be more than that. It probably is. She's eternally sad? All right. The incorporation of social media this time around will definitely appeal to younger audiences, but it also makes Tyler come off looking bad. It's the cast plus Chung's impressive handle on breathtakingly tense set pieces that elevates Twisters into one of the best displays of blockbuster spectacle this year. True, there's probably not a single subsequent plot development that's unexpected or especially remarkable, but when the material is handled with such aplomb and played so effectively by the leads, it hardly matters. So there you go. No need more than that, but most of them are liking it. I'm going to see it. I'm not expecting much. Hopefully it's going to be something pretty decent. And, I'm starting to like Glenn Powell now, I think. So, he's becoming like a new superstar. He's going to be doing Running Man. And then it was even said today that they're going to be doing a remake of Running Man, which is going to be directed by Edgar Wright. I'm already 100% in that because I love the original Running Man movie. And I know it's based off a book. Stephen King book, and then you got Edgar Wright directing it. I'm like, all right, all you had to say was Edgar Wright. It's not even about Glenn Powell, even though I'm starting to like him now. I didn't like him at first, because he played the douche in Top Gun. I'm like, who's this guy? He ain't pretty, what the hell? But then But you have that, and then it was even reported today that he might be starring in a Backdraft remake. Does there need to be a Backdraft remake, or can we just make a new Firefighter movie? Nah, can't do that, right? Jesus. Okay. All right. Now we got the finale of Acolyte. Are we glad it's over? I am. To be honest, I am. I am glad that it's over. Because I didn't enjoy it all that much. And I'm tired of the discourse online. I mean, you have to pretty much ignore. You have to ignore your Twitter feed if you're on Twitter. Because there are people that are live tweeting spoilers because they just want to hate on it. And it was just like, good Lord. Good Lord, I had to scroll through as much as possible, but then I have friends who hate it too, and then they just send me fucking spoilers, and it's like, Oh my God, really got to do that. But yeah, so overall, when it comes to the entire series, yeah, it was a miss. Especially when I was very much excited for the series because I was like, all right, we have a series about the Jedi. We have Carrie-Anne Moss, that's one of the Jedi. And then those dreams, wet dreams, were just immediately squashed right at the beginning when they killed her off. And then it was like, okay, but they're going to be solving the mystery. But then it just, I don't know, it turned into like this mystery of like who's killing the Jedi. And then it turned into kind of like this whole other thing. Like it went from that mystery to just be like, okay, then it's about these twins and how are they created and everything. And I don't know. And when it comes to the finale, like I just kind of was, there's some cool moments maybe, but overall I was like, it's just, I don't know, she's just going to wipe May's memory like that. And spoilers too, by the way. I'm talking spoilers. So you got Quamir, who I actually probably like the most now that I've watched the entire series. I was totally digging Saul, but now it's like Saul kind of sucks because of what he did when he, kind of just took, kind of killed the mom in a way. But, we all saw all that unfolded. And then, of course, I didn't like how he got killed by Osha. I almost wanted to say Ahsoka. Osha, they need to freaking, those names are way too close, man. But when Osha, she went off the deep end when she found out the truth about everything and just did the whole freaking, she turned into a Sith, essentially. We saw her turn into a Sith, like she even turned her lightsaber red. I didn't know you could do that, but she turned her lightsaber red when that was all happening. But, and then it was just long and drawn out when it came to Rey and Osha and the whole dramatic, again, acting and dialogue are pretty bad when it comes to this series. And I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people didn't want to resonate with it, because you have the main character and she just wasn't that likable. I don't know. To me, she wasn't that likable. There was just her connection to everything. It just seemed like maybe there was going to be something when you saw the first couple episodes, but then I just was going, man, show some of the other characters, show them as kids again. The kids were more likable than the adult versions, to be honest. But I did like the villain, which was Quamir. I don't know. I'm probably saying his name wrong. I always mess up that, but I liked what he ended up turning into, and he was pretty much a badass. But then, of course, it just made the Jedi look like assholes, man. Look like they just cover up shit. And then, of course, we had a couple of cameos that you really didn't see. We had Darth Plagueis. Did I know you say his name? I'm probably saying his name wrong, too. Showed him for a little bit, but that was just like, hey, look at that. And then, of course, the last shot. Of course, we're going, hey, is Yoda going to be in this? Is Yoda going to show up? You'd think he would show up. And then, sure enough, the last shot, you see his big old head and ears and wrinkly head, and then that's it. I'm like, really? Really? So all that, that's it. Yeah. It's a disappointment. It's a forgettable series. It's just going to be forgettable. It's not the worst. I still think that Book of Boba Fett probably is the worst when it comes to the Star Wars series so far, maybe. Yeah, I think that's when it comes to the live action ones. I think Boba Fett's the worst one. This one actually might be second to worst, in my opinion. I just was not really feeling a lot of this, just a lot of the things. So there you go. There you go, man. That's how I feel about it. 25,000 years since the Jedi were founded. We've seen what promises are worth. How many good guys are left? How many stay that way? Yeah, it's a good point. Good point there, Chris. It's not all bad, but yeah, it just wasn't. Yeah. Oh, you didn't know that, Music Man? I mean, I gave you the spoiler warning, but maybe you weren't planning on watching it. So, yeah, it just was. It just was underwhelming, big time. And I think it was just because the main character just wasn't. She just, I don't know, the way she read lines, and the way they portrayed the character. I mean, there was interesting pieces there, but it just all didn't seem to really work. I think the only thing that worked was the villain. To be honest, I think he worked the best. I don't know. Anyways. All right. let's go to some Twitter questions, and then we'll go to the members-only stream. If you want to be part of the members-only stream, become a member. Support the channel with that. All right, let's see what you guys have to say over here on Twitter. Twitters. All right, making sure everything's all good. You know, no Spider-Man dicks or anything in my, you know. If you know, you know. All right, we got RJ. Hey, Dave, any thoughts on the new DC All-In comic initiative and the new Absolute Universe? Scott Snyder and Joshua Williamson are heading it up. It's meant to be a jumping point, or jumping on point for new readers. Yeah, a jumping on point, both for the mainline universe and the new universe, and it's looking pretty sick. It feels similar to what Marvel did with relaunching the Ultimate Universe, but on a bigger scale with tying into the mainline comics. I'll be there day one. Yeah, it's looking pretty interesting. I haven't been really collecting lately, so I might, I think I will. I think I'm going to jump on these books right here. It is interesting. I like the designs. I do like the designs, so I am very curious. And then, of course, more images. Yeah. And these are, I mean, when you're talking about, like, okay, so we have this alternate universe that's kind of like a dark side universe. I mean, it's cool. You got a big fat bat right here with a bunch of spikes. And he got these, like, wings for his cape kind of thing that wrap around his hands. I mean, and then you got this Superman right here that, you know, looks very Man of Steel-esque right here. No trunks, it looks like, at least from this angle. And looks like they're short sleeves. And then Wonder Woman looks pretty badass with some tribal tattoos. Riding like this demon fucking apocalyptic goddamn griffin or whatever the hell it is. Looking pretty sweet. So, yeah, I think it's pretty sweet. Eric, hey Dave, I don't recall whether you're an Xbox guy or not, but I figured you appreciate this. Yeah, talked about that. I mean, I'm not one of those where I'm like, oh, Xbox or PlayStation. I don't really care. You know, I haven't owned a gaming system in forever. So let's see. Ryan, is there any sequel remake Glenn Powell won't do? I actually am a big fan of his, and also Backdraft. As long as there's an audience, Hollywood will make it. Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. And I'm just kind of going, do we need it? Do we need to do a remake or just make another firefighter movie? Remember Ladder 49 with Travolta and Phoenix? That was a good movie. Mr. Nobody, hey Dave, would you like the Russos to direct a DC project or Sean Levy? Oof. Maybe Sean Levy. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. Nevin, in a few weeks back, your dad asked about Aliens Expanded. It's a 4.5-hour documentary about the making of Aliens that you can get digitally now at their website with physical to come later. All right, cool. Thank you for telling me that. I'll tell him that, and then maybe I'll get him that for... Ooh, his birthday is coming up. So if they have a physical thing, or I'll just purchase a digital thing for him and go over to his house and watch it with him. That'd be pretty cool. You just gave me a good idea. Let me write that down. Aliens Expanded. Yeah. I have to check that out. Darkness Under the Wind. Dave, question 1. Would you have wanted everything from the first season of Peacemaker to remain the same, or are you okay with the possible plot character changes? Yeah, I didn't even want a season 2, to be honest, so I'm okay with the changes. Question 2, likely chance Noah Hawley's Alien Earth show will be what we get next if Alien Romulus is successful? Yes, that's already like in the bag. Question 3, with the Russos back at Marvel Studios and will direct both upcoming Avengers films, would they want Kang to be recast instead of possibly replaced? Sounds like they're just going to move away from him. That's right, guys. Kang was defeated by Ant-Man. Question 4. After everything that happened in the finale of Acolyte, does the second season have a good chance of being better than what we got in the season if done right? Highly doubt it, and I don't even know if they're actually going to do another season. We'll see. I mean, the views were not that great, but then again, the views weren't great for Andor, even though it was very well written. The views were actually pretty low, though, so we're getting a second season of that. Devon Wooter, hello, Dave. I think you meant I'm not going to lie. I got most... when you heard Kevin Conroy's voice as Batman in Justice League on Infinite Earth Part 3, you got emotional? I'm taking it you meant. Did you get emotional? I mean, it's sad for sure. Just watch Batman vs. Superman Ultimate Cut, incredible movie. What are your favorite scene from the movie? Well, of course, the Batman warehouse scene. It's the best scene ever. Edward, hey Dave, Peacemaker set photo of the mural consisting Peacemaker himself, his father's return as the White Dragon, and what seems to be his brother, as has me wondering if James Gunn is keeping the White Dragon alive in the current DCU. Well, like I said, just seems like we're in the different universe, and that's what's going to be happening right there. So, good times. All right, guys. Appreciate the questions on Twitter. Appreciate you guys in the super chat. You guys are awesome. Thank you for spending some time with me. If you want to spend a little bit more time, we got the members only stream after this. So become a member, support the channel, and pick my brain a little bit. Yeah, I got some things I could talk about that I didn't talk about here, for sure. I'm also doing DC Fanimated tonight with Scott. We're going to be talking about the season finale of Superman the Animated Series. So tune into that if you want to talk about that. Otherwise, I'll see you guys. We'll look forward to my Twisters first reaction tomorrow, because I already have my ticket for that. Seeing it at 5 o'clock my time, so probably be up about 8 o'clock Pacific time. And then, of course, we got the Vodka stream, and hopefully you guys tune into that one, because it could be a pretty good one. So, all right, guys, members, I'll see you in a little bit. Look for the link on your feed. Everybody else, I'll talk to you later. And, of course, love ya. Bye-bye.